Okay, folks, if you are just joining us, I want to welcome everybody aboard. You're watching the Mike Zuglin's Josh Northeast, 9-ball tour. We're coming to you live from Raxx Pool Room Sports Bar and Grill in West Hempstead, New York. I'm Upstate Al sitting in the booth. We're about to get underway. The young gun, Thomas Rice, playing Dan Madden. Dan Madden just took a loss to Earl Strickland, so this is a B-side match. The loser will be eliminated out of the crawling their way up on the B side. We're about to get underway. Stand by for this one, folks. We'd like to go through some of our sponsors real quick. azbilliards.com. If you're not a member of AZ Billiards, elect to go over to azbilliards.com and become a member. Or you can just browse the website. Anything and everything you want to know about pool is on azbilliards.com. Simonis Cloth, the world's largest cloth manufacturer. And of course, the Kings of Vapor, the Tap League. I don't know if they are about, well, Thomas Rice is still practicing. Keep in mind, folks, this is coming up and the field is getting full. Just confirmed, Mike DeShane is going, Phil Davis, Jeremy Sosi, Earl Strickland. Oh no, Earl Strickland might not be there. I think he has obligations in Europe at that time. But get in touch with Tony Robles through the PredatorProAmTour.com and get on board. And if you want to follow AZB TV on their YouTube channels, AZBT Vision is our channel. We got to get over to the match. I believe they're getting ready to rack, and they are. We also would like to thank Lacassi Hybrid Qs, for jumping on board as a sponsor, supporting pool, and everybody out there in the chat. Thank you so much for your support. As we're going into game one, and Thomas Rice set to break. This young gun could play 5-ball, 4-ball, and the cue ball, find their way into the pockets. And Dan Madden, now we saw Dan Madden shoot against Earl Strickland, and he is a run-out player. Also, I have other confirmations that I just found out that AZB TV will be doing the live stream of the New York State 10-ball championships next weekend. Put that on your calendar for next weekend. It's the New York 10-ball state championships. And that I can tell you that a lot of players are going to show up. In fact, all the players here, top players and amateurs, will be there. And that field is full enough. Scott Murphy is here playing in this tournament, the owner of the pool room. As we watch Dan Madden about to pocket this 9-ball and draw first blood over the young gun. He's leading this match 1-0 over Thomas Rice. Some of the sponsors with Mr. Zuglin and supporting the Northeast 9-ball tour, the Josh Tour, is of course Josh Q's, OBQ's, Pool on the break news. Simonis and AZ Billiards are all over the place, along with some Sarah Q's and many others. We'll get back to that. And if you would love to go over, we would love to have you as a member. You can elect to go over to the live stream news group on Facebook. And if you don't have access to Facebook, or if you just don't like Facebook, you can always follow us on your smartphone or your device on Instagram. We are live stream news on Instagram. Dan Madden getting set to break here in game two. Leads this match 1-0 over the young gun, Thomas Rice. 8 ball just jams up into the corner, and the cue ball follows it. And as the 5 ball drops into the side with a wide open table, the 7 ball in a little bit of a trouble, but it does have a pocket. This looks like a practice drill. And if Thomas Raxx can keep his cool. Whoa, the cue ball slipped out of his hand and he almost fouled the 1. He stopped it with his cue stick like a hockey stick. Lucky for him, he's got quick reflexes. Yes, the format is win a break. Ball does count on the break. Mike DeShane comes by the booth to give me the heads up that he's in it to win it. Oh, Thomas Raxx missed the 4 ball. Dan Madden coming to the table. Nice shot. He hit it with a lot of inside stuff. This is the ball that was in a little bit of a trouble because it was near the 9. But it looks like Dan is going to elect to either play it down in the corner or into the side pocket. I like the corner shot from here. Nice shot. And Dan goes up 2-0 over the young gun, Thomas Raxx. I'd like to take a second here to keep thanking our moderators, Anya, B-Doc, and our senior moderator, CMB, WSU, and everybody, Big Dennis, Cosmo, Kenny Mascot, New Jersey pool player, always on board to support. Petey, Scotty Bannon, Paul Man. If I miss anybody's name, I just don't have the time to run down the chart. I just want to say big thanks to everybody that's watching. As we watch Dan Madden put another beat up, he now leads 3-0 over Thomas Raxx. You know, Thomas Rice asked me a couple of times. He's one of the players that really, you know, he likes to be on live stream. You know, he's a young gun. And he asked me numerous times, Al, are we ready? Al, are we ready? Al, are we ready? You know, sort of like when you have children, you're on your way to Disney World. Are we there yet? He was really excited that he's going to be on the live stream, and we're always glad to have him on live stream, just along with anybody else. I think the amateurs deserve as much live stream as the pros do. And I hope that's not in his head, you know, because I know he can shoot, and you can see he can shoot. Besides him playing in the open, his dad did drop him off this morning. In fact, he was the first one here at the pool room. Came in, and what I normally would do is have a cup of coffee or something, and he elected to get out there and start practicing, which is real smart. You know, being young like that, coffee is not a necessity. So to say, to get, got to watch his rock there. A little too close for comfort, but now he's got to draw straight back. Maybe bounce off the rail just a little bit, accept the shot, or you can draw all the way back. That's all, accept the shot. He's okay. Not happy with it, but he should be okay. Wow, he almost hung it up. All right, Thomas Rice is on board. Score now is 3-1 in favor of Dan Madden. Great beats doing yard work, says CMBWSU, and Anya says, yes, it does. I guess CMBWSU was out there. He's got like a family pet shop going. He's got like 4 anteaters in a cage. That's an inside joke. Having a little fun here. Thomas Rice trying to get around a couple of rails to come back up for the 2. Winds up safe himself behind the 5. He might have paint. Might have a little bit of the 2. He's got to elect to play a good save here. Wow. He didn't have a little piece. He had the shot right into the side pocket. Bumps to 5, and now it looks like he caught himself. No hit, ball in hand for Dan Madden. You can't do that. As Thomas hits the 9-ball first. Look at Dan with ball in hand. He's not in the best position right here. He can get away with it, draw right back to the rail, or come out sharp. He likes to go out sharp. He's okay. The position he got on the 5, that's for sure. And now this position on the 8. How did he hit it? Okay, Dan Madden up 4-1. You're watching the Mike Zuglin's Josh Northeast 9-ball tour We're coming to you live from Raxx Pool Room, Sports Bar and Grill in West Hempstead, New York. No, Johnny, Meeker is not here. In fact, we were just talking about Meeker, seeing if he's going to come to play in the New York State 10-ball championships next weekend. I believe Scott's going to reach out to see if Meeker can make it. Dan makes the 9-ball, and it counts here at the Josh 9-ball tour in any pocket. So Dan Madden now goes up, leads this match 5-1 over the young gun Thomas Rice. Plays out of Gotham Billiards Club in Brooklyn. Make sure to check them out. Isabel and Kevin, what a great pair to run that room. Really, really warm place to step into. All diamond equipment and Gotham Billiards, Avenue U in Brooklyn. Dan Madden set the break, leads 5-1, breaking in game 7. Watch the 9. He just finished pocketing one. He's slamming the pack. A couple of times he flew off the table. As the cue ball finds its way into that corner pocket now. Thomas Rice coming to the table real quick. Ball in hand. 1 ball way up table and a 2 ball way down the opposite side. And shape between the 3-6 has to be accurate. Watch that corner. Good shot. Six to 1 now as Dan Madden is taking no prisoners. We're racing to 9. Our matches are being uploaded on the new AZB Vision channel on Ustream. You can go to Ustream in youtube.com/user/AZBT Vision. Or just search out AZBT Vision on YouTube and you'll find the channel. And back to the match. Dan set the break. Want to give a big shout out to NYC Grind, nycgrind.com. Co-producing this live stream with AZB TV. As the pack spreads open, but the one ball winds up on the short bottom rail of your monitor. And it looks like Dan has an option here. If he wants to attempt this carry to the 8. And he's taking a look at it now. Just elects to play what we call the mousetrap ball on each side of the table. And Thomas Rice has to stay calm. Don't get too aggressive when you don't have anything to go for. And he tries to duck the cue behind the 4-7. He ties the 1-5 up, which caused a little havoc. Looks like the 4 next to the 7 down there. Besides the 1 and the 5 being trapped up. You know, Dan's got a here. Just hit the 1 ball on the right side, favoring the center of the table. Sending the 1 to the long rail on the left and back towards the 5, and just send the cue ball up towards the 9 area. Should work. But he is shooting over the 7, so it makes it, you know, more difficult. There you have it. The link is in the chat as CMBWSU puts it in there. It's www.nycgrind.com. Make sure to check them out. Those guys are doing a lot of work covering tournaments all around the country and the world and writing stories. Allison Fisher and Jerry T doing an amazing job. Dan got himself in a predicament here. This is what happens. You go for the bank shot when you're leading by that score margin, but it could get you in trouble. Dan leads 6-1. Nice shot by the young gun Thomas Rice. Everybody on this tour in this tournament are playing open. Play dead even. Doesn't matter if you're playing Earl, Mike Siegel, many others played on the Josh Tour. You play even. And the young gun, Thomas Rice, puts another beat up. It's now 6-2 going back. That Dan played can get you in trouble. And there it is right there. It's now 6-2 instead of playing a safe off to 6. You know, and trying to lock Thomas up behind you something. Giving yourself another opportunity. Could have been 7-1. Instead, it's 6-2. It's still a large margin, but, you know, it's a win-or-break format. Thomas Rice set the break in game 9. Let's sweat it from the side action. The 8-ball creeping its way up, but not going to make it. Thomas Rice breaks dry. There is a lot of trouble down there with the 5, 4, and a 7. Down at the, well, now up at the upper right-hand corner, you got the 4, 5, 7, and 2 line right there. I agree, Pool Junkie. I really do agree. You know, Pool isn't going to make it unless we start looking at our young amateur players or just amateur players in general, because we need other players, you know, to make the sport grow. We need to know our amateur players and give them time and get them seasoned. And you know, Thomas Rice's dad. Here we go. Big supporter, standing behind Tom. Takes them all over. I actually saw them down in Super Billiards Expo, and they were having a gas. Dad looked like he was a little worn, you know, but because Thomas just wanted to keep going. He wanted to keep playing and playing. They were visiting all the booths. And that's what we need. We need the amateur players stepping up. And don't forget, you have the NAPL, Tony Robles and Gail Robles doing a big job with an amateur league. Make sure to check out the Predator Pro-Am Tour or the NAPL playpool.com. Oh, I don't know exactly what I just did, but I did. I'm just looking for a couple things here. Yes, it is. PlayNAPLpool.com. You can check out that website. There's a huge amateur event, whether it be 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball, or even 14.1 straight pool that Tony Robles is running. You can elect to check out that website. PlayNAPLpool.com. As we watch Dan Madden playing pool right here on our stream table. He leads in this match 6-2 over Thomas Rice. And there he goes, catching a point. He still has a shot and an opportunity to pocket this 9, and if he does, he will go up 7-2. And he does. 7-2 in favor of Dan Madden. The 4th annual George Ginky Sansushi Memorial is coming up May 24th through May 26th. AZB TV and NYC Grind will be on scene and co-producing the live stream out of Steinway Billiards in Astoria, Queens. If you want to play in that event, I would urge you to get over and suggest you get over there right away and get your deposit in or your enrollment fee, because that field is filling up. I do scan a lot of social medias, and that's been popping up lately, where the field is at 50, I believe it's at 50%, 60%. Now I heard it's close to 70% full already. In fact, every player here, the pros and the amateurs, most of them are playing in the George Ginky Sansushi Memorial. It's a large event. I was just talking to Larry Ross, not to get off the game, but I thought it was kind of funny. I was talking to Larry Ross about a half hour ago, and Larry had come up to me and he says, "Al, who is this guy? Who is this guy?" And the guy he was talking about was CMB WSU, Bob himself. I said, "Oh, that's my partner there, and senior promoter of pool, CMB WSU." He says, "Jesus Christmas, look what he's doing to me." He says, "I got pages full of tags and messages." I said, "Well, that's good." And Larry laughed. He said, "Oh, you know him?" I said, "Sure, I know him." So big shout out to CMB WSU. He works diligently. You know, he says that everybody else works a lot, as we're going to see Thomas Rice attempt this carom. But Bob, let me tell you, he works all night long as Thomas Rice pockets that 9-ball. And let's get the whip going, Tommy. Come on, baby. 7-3. Six ball's a problem, tied up with the 9. But you know what? It's in a position where you got 2 chances to nudge it out. You have the 4 and the 5 sitting right there. I don't think he's going to have the chance to do it with the 4, but with the 5 he might have. Unless he's going to try to carom the 4 off the 6 or the 9. I think he might have tried that and wound up banking the 4 ball in the opposite corner. Now he's got a power draw, nudge the 6 away, or try to at least get on the left side of the 6 so he can play safe, or behind the 9 where he's pointing now. But that's like touchy, because you really have ample space behind the 9. It looks like he went to snap it out, but put too much English on it. He still has the safe here. Very slow roll. Well, he didn't hit it that good. He might have left the shot. Yeah, it looks like Dan has a shot. Roll up, natural position. I think Dan should get the bridge, but he doesn't want to. And in any case, he pockets that 9 ball and now is on the hill, 8-3 over Thomas Rice. This is a B-side match, a loser side match, so the loser of this set here will be eliminated, and the winner will move on to B-side and climb that ladder. There you have it, folks. AZBT Vision YouTube channel. Dan Madden on the hill. Man, does he slam him. I'll tell you what. Cue ball goes flying all over the place. You know, he doesn't plant the cue ball, sort of say, in the middle of the table, but that time it winds up getting kissed all over and winds up almost in the center. Thomas Rice faced with a 1-5 combination. He's got to make sure he has a shot. Don't trap the cue ball up in that line of vision by the 4-9. But he doesn't make the 5, and he leaves a severe cut on the 1 for Dan. And Dan's just going to lock him up behind the 9-4. He got him. Thomas makes a good hit. It's amazing how that 2 ball got kicked all around the table and never touched a ball on the table. This game comes up with some surprises. Guys, if you get a chance, come on by Raxx. Say hello to Mr. Holden Chin and Carl and the whole crew here. Beautiful pool room. They have parties, spots you can rent out tables, and they got a private room, a VIP room. You can go on their website. Yes, that is correct. I'm answering Pool Junkie in the chat. Yes, Mike DeShane did defeat Earl in that match. I believe it was 9-5. I don't remember exactly, but it is recorded. And it will be uploaded at a later time on the AZB T-Vision channel on YouTube. Wow. Talk about a kick. That 4 ball almost went. Wide open table now for Dan Madden. He's going to have to elect to play the 6-7 combination, which should be no problem. Well, talking about I just seen Mike DeShane pass the booth and Earl Strickland also. 5 minutes apart from each other, and instead of playing the combo, Dan Madden likes to go into the 7-6 and doesn't wind up with a shot. A 6-ball bank once before and come out on a bad end, and Thomas wound up taking that game. I was just looking at the chat, and I was gonna. Seems like DeShane has Earl's number. Well, talking about that, don't forget there's still going to be a rematch between Mike DeShane and Earl Strickland, and that'll be coming up in Steinway Billiards, and that'll be on a 5x10. The last one they had was up in Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. Steve and Regina Golden's room. What a beautiful room that is also. Snookers in Providence. That was the last matchup. And they're going to have a rematch on a 5x10 in Steinway. No date set in stone yet, but the rematch is in the making. Score is 8-3 in favor of Dan Madden over Thomas Rice. Dan Madden is on the hill, and if he pockets this ball, Thomas Rice will be eliminated out of the tournament. This is a B-side match. And Dan just does that, so Thomas Rice is eliminated out of the Northeast 9-ball tour, the Josh Tour. And we'll be right back with another match. I want to say thank you to everybody that's out there in the stream, and let me see what we got up next. We got a lot of guns in the house. Stand by, folks.